The narcissist broke you on purpose. Talk about it. The darkness behind their smile. The narcissist didn't break you by accident. It wasn't a random act of cruelty. No, this was a calculated move, a deliberate strike against your very essence. They didn't target your weaknesses by chance. They chose you because they saw something in you that terrified them. They saw your light, your potential, your strength, and they decided to snuff it out before you ever had the chance to realize how powerful you truly are. The narcissist doesn't attack the weak, they attack the strong. They didn't just want to hurt you, they wanted to dominate you, to take away everything you ever thought was good about yourself. They didn't want you to remember who you were before they came into your life. They wanted to erase your self-worth, twist your perception, and shatter your confidence so thoroughly that you'd never believe in your own greatness again. The charming smile, the sweet words, they were just part of the mask they wore to lure you in. It was never about love, never about connection. It was about control. It was about making you doubt yourself, making you question everything you've ever known to be true about your worth, and they did it with a smile. But what you didn't know at the time is that behind that smile was a predator. It wasn't a mistake. It was intentional. The narcissist doesn't see the world as you do. Where you see love, they see a tool to manipulate. Where you see kindness, they see weakness. They didn't break you on a whim. They broke you on purpose with the goal of creating a shadow over your light. They wanted to reshape the way you saw yourself so they could have control over your heart and mind. They knew that by breaking your spirit, they could lock you into a cycle of doubt, guilt, and confusion. They knew that if they could make you question your own reality, they could keep you under their thumb. But now, as you look back, it's clear. What they did was not an act of love or care. It was an act of malice, a calculated move to destroy your belief in your own power. They saw your potential before you ever realized it, and they used it against you. They wanted to strip you of your confidence, your clarity, and your ability to trust yourself. They didn't just break you for the sake of breaking you. They did it because your strength terrified them. You were never weak in their eyes. You were a threat, and they had to neutralize that threat before you had the chance to rise. But here's the truth, they can never truly break you. They can never destroy the core of who you are, no matter how hard they try. Their attacks were nothing more than smoke and mirrors, designed to make you feel smaller, weaker, less than. But those are lies. And the moment you see through those lies is the moment you take your power back. You will realize that the darkness they tried to place over you is nothing but an illusion, and once you see it for what it is, you will walk into the light of your own truth. Their smile was never a sign of affection. It was a weapon, a tool to manipulate, to deceive, and to control. But now you have the power to see beyond that smile. You can look past their facade and recognize the true nature of their actions. And when you do, you will no longer be afraid of their darkness. You will no longer let their lies define you. You will stand tall, knowing that their attempts to break you only revealed your true strength. And that, my friend, is the ultimate power you have. They may have tried to break you, but they only succeeded in showing you how much stronger you are than they ever imagined. Now is the time for you to take back what they tried to steal from you. The belief in yourself, the trust in your own instincts, and the power to create the life you deserve. You are not broken, you are unshakable, and the moment you see through their manipulation, you will walk with the confidence that nothing can ever make you doubt your own worth again. The manipulation, their greatest weapon, the narcissist doesn't attack like a lion. They don't charge at you head on. No, they are far more subtle, far more insidious. They don't come at you with physical force. They don't shout or scream. Instead, they use a far more dangerous weapon, manipulation. Their greatest tool isn't their ability to overpower you, but their ability to make you question everything about yourself. They don't break you with fists or threats. They break you with words, with lies, with slow, insidious manipulation. They don't come right out and tell you what they're doing. No, they plant seeds of doubt. They don't hit you with outright insults. Instead, they chip away at your self-esteem piece by piece until you're left questioning whether you're truly worthy of anything good. They make you feel crazy for trusting your instincts. They twist your perceptions of reality, turning everything you know about yourself into a lie. They make you think that you're the problem, that you're not good enough, that you're too sensitive, too emotional, too dramatic. They rewrite your narrative until you no longer know what's true and what's false. It starts off slow, almost imperceptible. A little comment here, a small remark there, designed to get under your skin. And at first, you might brush it off, but over time, these little cuts add up. They wear you down, slowly breaking down the fortress of confidence you once had. You find yourself doubting your own memory, second guessing your decisions, and wondering whether you're imagining things. The narcissist knows exactly what they're doing. They know how to make you feel small, insignificant, and unworthy of love or respect. And the worst part, you start to believe them. You start to think that maybe, just maybe, they're right. Maybe you are too sensitive. Maybe you are too emotional. Maybe you are crazy. And that's exactly what they want. They want you to doubt yourself so thoroughly that you'll never trust your own instincts again. They want you to feel like everything that happens is your fault, that you're the one causing the problems, that you're the one who is flawed. But here's the thing. They are the ones who are flawed, not you. The narcissist is the one with the problem. They are the ones who manipulate and twist reality to serve their own needs. They are the ones who can't face their own issues, so they project them onto you. You didn't cause the problem. You are not the problem. The problem is them. And the sooner you recognize that, the sooner you will reclaim your power. Their manipulation isn't about you. It's about them. They need you to feel small so that they can feel big. They need you to doubt your own worth so that they can feel in control. But you don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. You don't need their lies. What you need is the truth. And the truth is, you are more than enough. You are strong. You are worthy. And no one, no matter how clever they are, can take that away from you. Manipulation can only work if you allow it. And the moment you stop allowing it, the moment you stop questioning yourself and start trusting your own instincts again, the narcissist loses their power over you. The lies they told you no longer have the same hold. The doubts they planted in your mind no longer resonate. You are free. And once you recognize their manipulation for what it is, they can no longer control you. The power you once gave them is now yours to take back. And it starts with recognizing that you never needed their approval. You never needed their validation. You are enough, just as you are. The pain is real, but so is your power. Yes, the pain was real. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it felt like your world was shattering around you. But let me make one thing abundantly clear. That pain was not a sign of your weakness. It was a sign of your strength. The narcissist may have tried to break you, but what they didn't realize is that they were actually giving you the chance to find the most powerful version of yourself. When you go through something that painful, that traumatic, you are forced to face parts of yourself that you never knew existed. You are forced to confront your vulnerabilities, your fears, and your deepest insecurities. And while that can be uncomfortable, it's also the most transformational experience of your life. The narcissist wanted to break you down, but in doing so, they gave you the opportunity to rebuild yourself. Stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. The pain you felt was real, yes, but so is the power that came from it. You may have felt like you were falling apart at the time, but what you were actually doing was shedding the old, broken version of yourself to make room for the new, unbreakable version of you. The old you might have been full of self-doubt, full of insecurity, full of fear. But the new you is fearless. The new you knows your worth. The new you understands that you can face anything and still rise. The narcissist's goal was to make you feel small, to make you feel insignificant. But what they didn't account for was your incredible ability to heal, to rise from the ashes of your own pain and emerge stronger than ever. That's what pain does. It forges strength. It refines your character. It pushes you to become more than you ever thought possible. And while the narcissist wanted to break you, all they did was set the stage for your transformation. The pain you experienced was the catalyst for your growth. It was the moment that forced you to confront your greatest fears, your deepest wounds, and your most painful memories. And by facing those fears head on, you became stronger, you became more self-aware, you became unstoppable. What the narcissist didn't realize is that by trying to destroy you, they only set you up for your greatest triumph. They thought they were breaking you, but they were actually building you. You're no longer the person you were when they entered your life. You are someone who has been forged in the fire. You are someone who understands your own strength in ways you never could have before. And now, as you stand on the other side of that pain, you know one undeniable truth. You are unbreakable. It's not your fault, and it's time to own your story. Too many people walk around carrying the weight of shame, guilt, and regret after being hurt by someone else. They wonder, what did I do wrong? How could I have prevented this? But let me tell you something. You are not to blame for the narcissist's actions. You didn't cause their abuse. You didn't invite their manipulation. You didn't deserve their cruelty. And it's time you stop carrying that unnecessary weight. The narcissist is a master at making you feel responsible for everything that goes wrong in the relationship. They twist things so that you end up apologizing for their mistakes. They shift the blame onto you and make you feel like you are the cause of all the pain and confusion. But that's a lie. It's not your fault. You didn't create this situation. You didn't ask for this treatment. You didn't deserve this pain. You need to take ownership of one thing and one thing only, your own healing. You need to own your story, and you need to stop letting anyone else control the narrative. The narcissist will try to rewrite history, to tell you that it was your fault, that things went wrong. But the truth is, their actions were their own. Their choices were theirs to make, and you had no control over how they treated you. It's time to stop hiding. It's time to stop living in shame. Your story is yours to tell, and it's a story of strength, resilience, and survival. Yes, you were hurt. Yes, you were manipulated. Yes, you were made to feel small. But that is not where your story ends. Your story ends with you taking back your power, reclaiming your worth, and rising above the chaos they tried to create in your life. The narcissist cannot own your story. They tried to rewrite it to make you the villain, but you're the hero of this tale. The moment you stop internalizing their lies is the moment you start to rewrite your own narrative. You get to decide how this chapter ends. You get to decide who you are moving forward. The truth is, you have more strength in you than you ever realized. This story, it's about your comeback, your victory, and your strength to keep moving forward no matter how hard they try to keep you down. The weight of guilt and shame you've been carrying is not yours to bear. It's the burden they tried to place on you so they could escape accountability. But you don't have to carry it anymore. You can let go of the shame. You can release the guilt, and when you do, you'll feel lighter. You'll feel free. You'll start to see yourself for who you truly are. A survivor, a warrior, a person worthy of love and respect. And you'll realize that nothing, not even the narcissist's lies, can diminish your worth. So, take ownership of your healing. Take ownership of your truth. Your story is yours to tell, and it is a story of someone who refused to let another person's darkness define them. It's a story of someone who saw the manipulation for what it was and rose above it. It's a story of someone who realized that no matter what anyone tried to make you believe, you were always worthy, always enough, and always destined for greatness. They wanted control, but you are free. The narcissist's greatest weapon wasn't their ability to break you physically. It was their desire to control you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. They wanted to dictate the terms of your life, to shape your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions so that you would bend to their will. They wanted to create a world where you existed solely to serve their needs, to reinforce their ego, and to make them feel superior. But here's the truth. They never had control over you. They only had the illusion of control, and the moment you woke up to that fact, their power over you vanished. You were never truly theirs to control. You were never theirs to break. You were always your own person with your own dreams, desires, and power. And when you realized that, when you understood that the only person who could control your life was you, everything changed. The narcissist's attempts to manipulate you were nothing but a tactic to keep you small, to keep you in a box, to keep you playing by their rules. But you are not bound by their rules. You are free. And once you recognize that freedom, you will never go back to living under anyone's thumb again. They may have tried to break you. They may have tried to shape you into something you were not. But they could never control your soul. They could never control the fire that burns within you. The fire that makes you resilient. The fire that makes you unstoppable. And now that you've broken free, you are free to live your life on your own terms. You are free to chase your own dreams, to make your own decisions, to love and be loved in ways that are authentic and fulfilling. The power you've gained is more than just a mental shift. It's a spiritual awakening. It's the realization that no one, not even the narcissist, has the right to dictate your worth. No one has the right to manipulate your emotions, control your actions, or make you feel small. You are the master of your own life. You are free to decide who you are, who you will become, and what kind of life you will lead. And no one, not even the narcissist, can ever take that freedom away from you again. The truth is, the narcissist was never in control. They were merely holding on to an illusion, hoping you would fall for it. But now you know the truth. Now you know that you are the one who holds the power. You are the one who controls your destiny. And with that knowledge, you are unstoppable. The narcissist cannot define you. You are unbreakable. When the narcissist tried to break you, they wanted to define you by their standards, their rules, their needs. They wanted you to believe that your worth was based on their approval, that your value was determined by how much you could give to them. But the truth is, they never had the power to define you. They never had the power to shape who you are, because you were always more than their lies, their manipulation, and their cruelty. You are not defined by what someone else does to you. You are not defined by their words, their actions, or their attempts to break your spirit. You are defined by the strength within you. You are defined by your resilience, your courage, your ability to rise up every single time they try to knock you down. The narcissist may have tried to rewrite your story, but they were never the author. You are the writer of your own narrative, and you get to decide who you are. The narcissist's greatest lie was that you were weak, that you were nothing without them, that you couldn't survive without their approval. But that was never true. They tried to convince you that you needed them to be whole, but the truth is, you were never broken. You were always whole. You were always enough. And now that you've seen through their lies, you know that no one can define you except for yourself. The narcissist wanted to break you, to make you doubt your worth, to make you feel like you were unworthy of love, respect, or happiness. But they failed. They didn't break you. They couldn't, because you are unbreakable. You have been tested in ways that would break most people, but you've come out stronger, more determined, and more powerful than ever before. The narcissist thought they could define you, but they were wrong. You are the definition of strength, of resilience, of perseverance. You are the definition of someone who will never be defeated, no matter what life throws their way. And that is the power that the narcissist can never take away from you. You are unbreakable, you are limitless, you are free. And the moment you realize this, you will stop looking back at the pain, the lies, the manipulation, and the heartbreak they caused. You will walk away, not with shame or regret, but with the knowledge that you are stronger than anything they ever tried to put you through. And as you walk into your future, you will carry that unbreakable strength with you, knowing that no one, no matter who they are, will ever have the power to break you again. As you stand here today, I want you to know something. You have survived the storm. You've endured the pain, the manipulation, the heartbreak, and yet here you are, stronger than ever before. The narcissist may have tried to break you, but they couldn't. They may have tried to control you, to define you, to make you doubt your worth, but they failed. Because in the end, you are not the sum of their lies. You are not the product of their abuse. You are the product of your own resilience, your own strength, and your own unshakable spirit. It's time to release the power they once had over you. It's time to take back the pieces of yourself that you thought were lost forever. And most importantly, it's time to step into the future that's waiting for you. A future filled with endless possibility, love, and the kind of peace that only comes when you know your true worth. Understand this: the narcissist's story was never your story. Their attempts to break you were simply a reflection of their own brokenness. They wanted to diminish you, but you are untouchable. You are unbreakable. And as you rise from the ashes, you do so not as a victim, but as a victor. Your life, your power, your journey, these are yours to command. And from this moment forward, you will never let anyone take that away from you again. The narcissist's grip on your life is gone. What's left is the limitless potential of who you are, and who you are becoming. So walk forward with your head held high, your heart full of courage, and your soul full of unwavering confidence. You have survived, you are thriving, and your story has only just begun. You were never broken. You were always meant for greatness. Now go and claim it.